You're on arrest for DUI, child endangerment.
So how is that proven?
Because you have 5 children in the car and you're
No,
drunk.
but how is that proven that I'm drunk?
What happens when cops expose reckless grandmas and moms?
The reason your kids aren't in their seatbelts in the back?
Why aren't you buckled up, dude? Dude, come on, bro.
Getting busted for mistreating kids?
In prison. Yes, I did smack him. It's all this big.
What are you saying, man?
I have the little boy.
Okay.
Hello.
It doesn't work. I'm
Hello.
sorry.
How you doing tonight?
I'm
Today?
not sure why you guys are pulling me over.
Well, for a couple reasons. A couple people called about you driving.
Oh, really?
Yep. Okay. Where are you headed to tonight?
I was just driving around.
Okay. You're just driving around?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a reason your kids aren't in their seatbelts in the back?
Why aren't you buckled up, dude? Dude, come on, bro.
All right. Tell you what. While you're doing that, come on out here and talk to me for a minute,
Are
okay?
you serious?
Absolutely.
Can I call my mom?
No, not yet.
I have to be moving around, dude.
Come on. Come on out here. We're gonna go right back here. Okay. Right over here. On the sidewalk, please. I just want to get off traffic. Would you mind going through some tests for me today?
I don't care.
To make sure you're okay to
Can
drive?
I take my shoes off?
That makes you more comfortable?
That will make me a lot more comfortable.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you, okay? When I tell you to, you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps. Okay? They're going to look like this. I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to do 3.
Go ahead.
Okay? Hold this. You're going to count. 1.
Are you sure?
Would you like to?
Yes, because I know I can do it. I went to f***ing work. I'm not a yes. Man, dude. Give me 1 minute. Are you kidding me? Pulling me over because I'm driving crazy? Man, I can't even f***ing walk.
Okay. All right. So do me a favor. Right now, you're going to turn around. Okay? Turn
No,
around.
no.
Yes.
Why?
Yes. You're
Why?
going to be placed under arrest for DUI.
Why?
I've already explained that. Put your arms behind your back.
Can you please call my mother?
Sure. Right. Once we
Yes,
get this. Once we do
please
this.
call my-
Okay?
Why are you guys
Stop.
doing this?
Stop pulling away. Okay. Stop.
You're hurting me.
That's because you're not listening.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why?
Stop
Pull
pulling away.
Can I put my shoes on?
In just a minute. 3 kids in the car, too.
No, there's 5 kids in the
Oh,
car
even
and there's
better.
2 kids somewhere else, dude.
Okay.
It's funny,
All
you guys, right?
No, it's not.
You guys are shaking because this is bullshit. Can I finish the rest
Nope,
of the
we're
test?
absolutely not. We're
Can I
done.
put my shoes on?
I'll get them for you in a
Dude,
second.
I'm on my period. I don't want to
we're
go
right
through
there.
this.
You have to.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
You're hurting my wrist. You don't have to
Okay,
bend
well,
it.
you're pulling away.
No, I'm pulling it against what you're pulling.
Have a seat for me?
Are you fucking kidding me,
No,
man?
ma'am. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back.
Why?
Push you into the seat.
Why? You guys could have fucking finished testing me.
Okay.
No, I don't want to put my shoes on. I want to clean my fucking foot.
I'll give you that opportunity here in a minute. Go ahead and step
I
off for me,
can't,
please.
right? Dude, I don't want that opportunity. I want to go home to my fucking kids, man.
All right. Go step right here on these footprints for me. I'm gonna lay it out for you. Okay. You're on arrest for DUI.
And how is that proven?
I'm not gonna go through all that again. DUI, child endangerment,
So how is that proven?
because you have 5 children in the car and you're
No,
drunk.
but how is that proven that I'm drunk?
All right. We'll get to that in a minute.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
I'm on my
go ahead.
period. Oh, dude, whatever, bro. I'm gonna be here right all fucking night.
All I'll do is walk
I know.
Crap.
Why the f I have to be going through this shit when I do so much for my fucking kids, man? I do so much for my fucking kids, man. I do everything that I can for them.
we
I
got
do
it.
everything. No,
Melody,
you don't.
have a
guys.
seat on this bench.
Yeah, on there.
over there,
I'm not
fine.
fucking playing. I do everything that I can for them. My life means nothing, and I do everything for my.
We're in the first exam room through the front doors. Hello. Hey, I'm Officer Cochran with Clark County. Can I speak with you, ma'am?
Yes.
Start here, please. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Are you Taylor?
Yes.
Oh, you're such a cute baby. So we got a call because people were concerned. The camera feed from the room shows you hitting your husband 4 or 5 times in the head. Is that husband?
We're going through a divorce.
Okay, so husband, ex-husband-ish? Okay. Shows you hitting him in the head 5 times with an open hand. What's going on in there?
Well, a lot. We're going through a divorce. He's just talking to other girls. A lot.
What caused you to hit him tonight?
I just saw the girls was calling him.
Okay, you just saw something on his phone, you got upset about it? All right. How's your child doing? I know they said that she's just here for some coughing stuff.
Yeah, she's good.
Is she okay?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's really important. So I'm gonna speak to him really quick.
Okay.
And just talk to him. If you'll just stand here and talk to this officer really
Yes.
quick while I do that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello.
Here's what's gonna have to happen, right? So in the state of Georgia, family violence laws are very clear, right? She put hands, whether or not you want her to get in trouble for it, she put hands on you in an aggressive manner, and she did it in front of your child in a public setting to where other people have it videoed. Okay, so even if you don't want to press charges, she is gonna be placed under arrest for simple battery family violence. Okay, I know this seems like a very minuscule thing for her to be arrested for. It's a really big deal. Okay, she did it here in the hospital. She did it in front of your child. It's, you know.
I mean, like, how long press charges here?
I got you, and that's why I was explaining that it's. So here's why, all right? The state of Georgia went ahead and put this into effect several years ago. That if we have a family violence relationship. Okay, Miss Taylor.
Yes.
Okay. So speaking with Cody, obviously he was just going further into what happened in the room.
Yes.
So we're going to try and do this as calm as possible. We're not going to do anything in front of your daughter, sorry. We're not going to do anything in front of your daughter, but what I would like for you to do is if you could grab your purse, you're going to have to come with us, okay?
Okay.
So we'll go in here, we'll just grab your purse really quick, you'll get whatever you need. If you need to leave him your car keys so he can get a car seat for when your son's ready to go. So we'll just go ahead and head outside.
Okay.
You're being cooperative. I'm not gonna put your handcuffs in here.
So sorry.
But I'll explain more as to why this has to happen when we get outside, okay?
Okay. It's been her birthday's tomorrow.
And that's what he was telling me.
It's been a rough year.
All right. And if you'll just go ahead and put your hands behind your back, palms together. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't hurt, so we'll turn you this way. There you go. Sorry. Okay. Is there anything in your purse that your child is gonna need? Or did you get everything out?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what I want you to do is sit your butt down first when you get in, and just use the door to push yourself back. Don't try to put your feet in there. And
leave your feet up on the seat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, so you can put your feet up on the seat. Don't try to put your feet down there because it'll cut the top of your feet since you're wearing sandals.
Every day, this kid's in prison. Yes, I did smack him. It's all the things.
What are you saying, ma'am?
I have the little boy.
Okay.
And then we can talk to them. Look at him. There's not a bruise on him. I want to smack him here. Hit his head. They're all trauma twins, and he wants to put me in jail because my daughter all the time. His kid's in prison, and he's on all the time.
All right. So,
I have legal custody of the children.
that's fine.
They're all under counseling.
Okay.
Have disciplinary problems. The mother's a she comes in out of the light, she comes in out of the light. I did smack him, then he starts hollering, she starts hollering. And this lady says the same thing. So everybody is like, I'm sorry.
So, what happened with the child? Like, what led up to it? Like,
He went to get on the bus, I'm like, hurry up.
Yeah.
And the bus waited, and he moved it forward. I said, come on. You gotta go, you can't make it happen. And I went to grab him, I said, come on. And I went to slap him on the shoulder and duck, and he threw his head, so I just came up beat me.
Okay. I'll help you out, alright? You okay? You need a hug? Come here. It's alright. We'll figure it out, okay? Don't worry about it. And were you guys like screaming or anything after?
Then he comes out, so he's trying to get on the bus, and she comes out screaming, I see it. And this lady comes out.
Yeah.
They're counseling, come all the time, everything goes on. And I just see her with a little boy on this side of the car by the rear passenger, and she had grabbed him by his shirt and was smacking him in his head repeatedly, like 3 or 4 times. I see this gentleman confronting her, yelling at her to knock the F off. I jump out of my car, I'm yelling at her. She's like, I didn't leave a mark on him, whatever. You're smacking the force. I mean, this little kid's head was moving. She was hitting him so hard in his head. Not on his ass, like a spanking. She was beating that kid in the head.
To answer these questions. With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to me?
Not if I'm getting charged with something.
Okay. At this point, you are being placed under arrest.
Okay, I will talk to you.
Okay, we're past that.
No, I will talk to you.
We're past that. Turn around.
Listen, I will talk to you.
Turn around. Do not go away. Put your hands up. Put your hands by your back on.
Listen, I got...
Put your hands together. Like you're crying, it'll be a little bit easier.
I have arthritis.
Yep. Lay down. Let's use 2 pairs. Just cramp back. We're going to use 2 pairs so you have a little bit more. Actually, are you... Your arms are able to do like that. That's fine.
Why can't I ask that question that way? I don't understand.
Because you refuse to answer
I
my
did
questions.
refuse. I said I just want to know if I'm charged. I
Yes,
will
you
answer
are.
your question.
You are being charged.
On May 1st, 2024, officers responded to a DUI investigation at the request of a sergeant. The sergeant, who had initiated a traffic stop, reported observing a white vehicle run a stop sign, make a wide right turn, and nearly collide with another vehicle. Despite activating emergency lights and sirens, the vehicle did not stop. And on May 1st, 2024, officers responded to a DUI investigation at the request of a sergeant. The sergeant, who had initiated a traffic stop, reported observing a white vehicle run a stop sign, make a wide right turn, and nearly collide with another vehicle. Despite activating emergency lights and sirens, the vehicle did not stop until a later block. The sergeant approached the female driver, noting signs of impairment such as slurred speech, and requested a DUI investigator to be on the scene. Here's what happened next.
All right, so I was coming from the courthouse after the deposition, and I was coming southbound on Whitehead. She came flying up Olivia and just like went right through the stop sign and just kind of like punched the gas into the oncoming lane, then made her way back into the right lane. And so I started my camera, initiated the traffic stop at Truman and Whitehead. She made the right-hand turn, just stopped in the middle lane. I told her to pull over to the left because there's spots there. You can have a handicap in here. So I pulled to the left. She ended up coming because she lives right here. And then she stopped. You'll immediately notice she's completely out of it. She can barely keep her eyes open. Unfortunately, she's got a 5-year-old son in the back seat.
On May 1st, 2024, officers responded to a DUI investigation at the request of a sergeant. The sergeant, who had initiated a traffic stop, reported observing a white vehicle run a stop sign, make a wide right turn, and nearly collide with another vehicle. Despite activating emergency lights and sirens, the vehicle did not stop until a later block. The sergeant approached the female driver, noting signs of impairment such as slurred speech, and requested a DUI investigator to be on the scene. Here's what happened next.
All right, so I was coming from the courthouse after the deposition, and I was coming southbound on Whitehead.
On May 1st, 2024, officers responded to a DUI investigation at the request of a sergeant. The sergeant, who had initiated a traffic stop, reported observing a white vehicle run. On May 1st, 2024, officers responded to a DUI investigation at the request of a sergeant. The sergeant, who had initiated a traffic stop, reported observing a white vehicle run a stop sign, make a wide right turn, and nearly collide with another vehicle. Despite activating emergency lights and sirens, the vehicle did not stop until a later block. The sergeant approached the female driver, noting signs of impairment such as slurred speech, and requested a DUI investigator to be on the scene. Here's what happened next.
All right, so I was coming from the courthouse after the deposition, and I was coming south.
On May 1st, 2024, officers responded to a DUI investigation at the request of a sergeant. The sergeant, who had initiated a traffic stop, reported observing a white vehicle run a stop sign, make a wide right turn, and nearly collide with another vehicle. Despite activating emergency lights and sirens, the vehicle did not stop until a later block. The sergeant approached the female driver, noting signs of impairment such as slurred speech, and requested a DUI investigation.
We pulling over on US Highway 1. She pulled her cuff out somehow. No, stay in.
Oh.
Give me your hand.
What? Which hand? This hand?
Give me this hand. Listen, it's not going to go well for you.
Hey, I'm not.
Listen.
Hey,
listen.
ow!
Give me the other hand. Give me the other hand.
Hey, listen.
Give me the other hand.
Oh my goodness.
Give me the other hand.
Get it out of my hand, but why are you
Give
so
me this
hard?
arm. Turn around and give me this arm
Why are
now.
you so hard?
Give me this arm now.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
You need to listen to me when I tell you what to do.
Okay, but
You want
why
different-
are you coming so aggressive? Like, I'm not gonna hurt you whether my hand loose or not. Like, why are you so aggressive?
Nobody's being aggressive.
Yeah.
You pulled out your handcuffs.
Okay. Be late. Ow!
Be late. Keep your hands still and nothing won't hurt. Okay?
Dude, my hands were still. You asked me to do this. I did it.
Nobody actually do anything. You're the one moving around.
Well, you okay? It's still there. So okay, we're not
Get to the school.
drive down and make a U-turn.
I understand if it's hours of operation, but I just need to get to the school to drop off my daughter. I'm late. So if I was cutting in into traffic, that makes sense.
But
That
you
definitely
still
makes sense.
okay? So
No, we're not doing that. I didn't commit a crime.
okay,
I
well,
did not commit a crime.
this is what you're gonna. You're gonna let her go to the school,
Yes, I am. But I did not commit a crime.
and then as soon as you're done with that, I need your license, registration, and proof of insurance.
So you either
the
you.
reason you stopped
So
me?
I literally told you you made that left-hand turn where there's a. Listen, let me explain something to you, right? Okay. So once you drop the kid off in the school, if you refuse to give it to me, you're gonna take the ride today. So like I said, I need your license. So like I said, I need your license, registration, and proof of insurance.
What did I do?
This is the last time I'm gonna ask you.
You can call the supervisor.
So
What did I do?
So I'm gonna
What
tell
did
you
I
this
do? I'm asking
right
you
now.
because
I need your license, registration, and proof of insurance.
I will. You can't. Don't.
License, registration, and proof of insurance. You're going to jail. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. No, we're done. We're done. We're done. Stop. We're done. We're done. We're done. Thank you. Give me that hand. Give me that hand. Give me the other arm. No. Stop and give me the other arm. We're done. We're done with this. We're not playing this. We're not doing this today. Nope. No, we're not. We're not. You refuse to give it to me. Stop. Okay, that has nothing to do with me.
Listen,
Turn around.
you literally.
Face the car.
Once you,
Face the car.
can I shut off my car?
Face no.
What am I going to
Face
jail
the car.
for?
Resisting.
But what if I
Face the
resist
car.
for? You told me to
Face
get
the
your
car.
license for registration, and then you grabbed me.
We're done. We're not doing this today.
Excuse me, can you call the principal? Look at he's doing to me.
That's not going to stop anything.
He's putting me in jail.
Yes.
Literally, for dropping off my daughter in school. Can you please pause? He's to me right now. He asked me for my license registration, and I was gonna go get. He just grabbed me.
Okay, ma'am. Let me ask you this.
I never
when he initiated the traffic stop, did he ask you for your
No,
documentation?
no, he did it. He did.
Okay.
And I said,
so
listen,
when he initiated the traffic stop and you exited the vehicle,
I went to take my kid.
okay, did he ask you for, or did he advise you of a traffic stop? Okay.
No, he didn't tell me it was the reason he stopped me.
Okay. Did he advise you there was a traffic stop?
It wasn't. No, he said license and registration. He got out.
Okay, so he got out of the vehicle,
and he
you got out, and he asked for license, registration, and insurance.
After when I started walking away. Yes.
Okay. And then you said what?
Listen, I said I'm going to drop off my kid. I didn't commit it because that left turn, it doesn't say when there's no blinking lights. I just spoke to the assistant principal, and they said that doesn't right.
It doesn't say that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why
it says no left turn.
But I didn't. You can take me. Listen. Okay. Listen. I understand everything you're doing, but I'm about to. I got hired for the city of Atlanta. I will give you my license and registration.
You are failing to identify yourself on a legal detention, and you will be arrested.
Thank you.
You can be arrested.
Thank you.
Okay? So when my deputy asked you for your information on more than one occasion, and you failed to do that?
I swear. Look at the camera. I was opening my door to get it, and then he's like,
I'd be more than happy to let you walk this hard.
yeah, you can. I was literally opening the door to go get it, and then he grabbed me.
Okay.
But listen.
Go ahead, place her in the vehicle. Let me,
listen, my dear. Can I ask you a question?
We're going inside the car.
Okay.
Stop. All right. I watched the video. All right. On 3 separate occasions, my deputy asked you for your license, registration, and insurance. And on 3 separate occasions, you decided to argue with him.
You're right.
All right. I watched the
sorry.
video.
You're right.
All right.
Listen, you are right.
And then on the 3rd time, right before he took you into custody, he asked for it. And you told him no.
I did it.
Yeah, you told him no and to call for a supervisor, and then you started walking towards your car.
Right.
So, based on what I saw in the video.
Hi. Officer Kozelski with the Detroit Police Department. What's your name? Got some ID on you, hon? Are you from around here?
I just moved here not too long ago.
You're from Sherman, Texas?
I'm from here, but I just moved back here.
Okay. You looking for your little ones?
Yeah.
I've got them.
Okay.
You can't leave your kids in the car like that in the state of Illinois, all right?
Gotcha. I'm so sorry.
Vehicle's off, all right?
Okay.
It's 9 degrees outside. Your 2-year-old sitting in the front seat with the window completely down.
Oh my gosh.
Your little boy, the 8-year-old, I didn't even realize was in the car until I made a second approach up to the vehicle because he was hiding in the back seat, probably scared.
I'm so sorry.
All right. I'm going to go talk with my supervisor, and we're going to make some decisions about what happens next, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. No matter what, some sort of law enforcement action is going to be taken, okay? All right.
I'm so sorry.
All right.
Wearing all red and enters the house. Do not want it there. Your caller's en route in the black GMC Acadia.
Inside, ma'am.
Probably about 20-ish minutes.
Think it's close, maybe like 45 to an hour, do you think could be possible?
Not want it out.
Just leave your jacket on. You're going to be able to call him and talk to him once he gets out of the station. You're going to be with me, and I have to contact DCFS, which is like our Children and Family Services in Illinois. All right. There's nothing in here that shouldn't be in here, correct? nothing on you that shouldn't be in here, correct?
No.
Over here.
Can you give me a 21?
In the car to them while I was running in the store, and they're taking me down to the station. So I need you to come and get the kids. I'm the dad. The laws are different. I was
Wally's on the
in and out
phone,
of
get
the
his
store. I
name,
was
you'll
in there
be
getting
you'll
the
see
stuff
you
for them, juices and stuff, and I wasn't keeping track of time. I had the phone and everything, but like she said, cars aren't supposed to be on and stuff like that. So well, I would have felt better if the car was on, but it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't?
It was not on.
Hold on, it's the way you twist. It's got to be like on the curve of your wrist. Is it what's bothering you? Which one?
Both of them. They're
What happened?
So she came in by Des Moines Fire at like 20:30.
Okay.
And they reported to us that she swung on a tech and threw some stuff at her. So they wanted us to call you guys and press charges. She wants to press charges. The tech
Okay.
press charges.
Where's the tech at?
In the back and I can take you if you'd like to.
Okay. Do you want to stand with her? Thanks. Perfect. Can you explain to me what happened?
And then I tried to put on the finger stick pulsons.
Okay.
And I guess they gave her a sternum rub, I don't know, but she came up in that hurt, and then she came up swinging at me and calling me a dumb bitch for trying to break her nail.
She didn't actually make contact, but she tried.
She did, but I was fast too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like slight contact.
Yes.
Okay. Are you hurt anywhere? Have any injuries at all?
No,
Marks or
no?
Okay. So she was laying in the bed. You were trying to put the cuff on and the pull socks, and that's when she got mad about her nail and started swinging.
She saw that.
Okay. No one else, just you, right?
That she saw that?
Yeah.
And then the lady was putting a thing on my finger and she bent my nail and I reacted.
Okay. I'm gonna have you take your bag off, please. Do you have anything on you? Stick me, poke me, hurt me?
No, but can I ask what's...
I'm gonna pat you down real quick since I'm talking to you.
Okay.
So turn around for me.
Yeah.
Hands, please. Sorry. You don't have anything? Stick me, poke me, hurt me, right?
No. Why are you putting me in here?
So right now, they want to press charges. You ended up... Listen, if you want the answer, I'm gonna explain it to you, okay? So the reason why you're being put in handcuffs, you're gonna be arrested for simple assault. So she got real squirrely with me. I had to put her up against the beam and up against the car. So...
Let's see what we can. Hello.
You guys.
I don't know anything of what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna switch out the cuffs. It might be tight for a second, but I'll get them adjusted. Okay.
Hurry up.
Alright.
Stop.
How are you tonight? How are you?
Hey, what's going on? Hello, how you doing? Good. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, well, the reason why I pulled you over because we got a call in about you and your driving patterns, how you drove over a couple of curves, especially when you was going into the Publix parking lot. And as I observed you driving, you had a hard time maintaining a single lane. And at one point, we was at 200 in Black Rock. There was a black car that was behind you. Luckily enough, they were traveling a safe enough distance, but you went into their lane and then went back into the center lane. And you didn't put any blinkers on or anything like that.
I don't recall what happened.
Hey, what's going on? Hello, how you doing? Good. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the reason why I pulled you over because we got a call in about you and your driving patterns, how you drove over a couple of curves, especially when you was going into the Publix parking lot. And as I observed you driving, you had a hard time maintaining a single lane. And at one point, we was at 200 in Black Rock. There was a black car that was behind you. Luckily enough, they were traveling a safe enough distance, but you went into their lane and then went back into the center lane. And you didn't put any blinkers on or anything like that.
I don't recall what happened.
Okay. Are you okay? Do you like have any medical issues or anything like that going on right now?
I just stopped to get my medicine.
I just wanted to hop out of the car so that way you and I can speak, okay? Do you have anything on you at all? I don't see any pockets, so I just want to ask. Nothing at all. Okay. Can you tell me what you were doing today?
I was getting my medicine.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and make you aware that I am starting a DUI investigation, okay?
A what?
A DUI investigation.
Good on you.
I'm going to read this to you. It doesn't mean you're in trouble right now. I just have to read this to you before I ask you any questions, okay? Do you understand?
Whatever.
Do you understand?
Whatever.
It's a yes or no.
It's a whatever.
So do you understand what I just told you?
It's a whatever.
Do you understand? Okay, with those rights in mind, do you want to speak with me?
No, I don't.
You don't want to talk at all?
No.
Okay. Would you be willing to participate in field sobriety exercises?
Field sobriety?
Yes.
No.
Okay, I do want you to bear in mind if you refuse to answer questions and you refuse field sobriety exercises, I have to make my decision to whether or not to place you under arrest solely off my observations.
Whatever.
With that in mind, do you still not want to participate in field sobriety exercises?
Whatever.
You're going to have to get your other leg further in there.
I am working on it.
Okay, I need you to work on it. Alright, I'm going to put these up front so they're not super uncomfortable, alright?
Whatever.
Okay, give me your hands.
God, this sucks, man. Okay, where's the kid? Is somebody with him?
No.
Okay. Can you show me where it is? Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
Yes.
Can you talk to me for a second?
I know exactly what it's about. I went to go get food.
So hold on. What's going on?
What do you mean?
Okay, you said you know what's going on, right? You just told me that. So what's going on?
Because up there. I literally went to go get food. I work 12 hours a day. You know, baby left that car in the car outside of the car.
Ma'am, come here.
Ma'am,
come here.
Come here.
Come here. This is a police matter now. Okay. And you doing this is not helping you out. Okay?
We're trying to talk to you, but unless you talk to us, you're gonna push it one way, all right?
Where's the baby at right now?
No.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Fine with her. Everything is not fine with the woman downstairs.
Okay.
You have to pull it to the left a little
Where's
bit to
your
shut it. Hold on.
Is your address current on this? Or is this where you stay?
This is where I stay for right now until the 19th.
Okay, Harley. You said you know why we're here. What happened today?
I went to work.
Where do you work at?
I work at Culver's.
Okay. When'd you go to work?
6 o'clock.
Okay.
I left around like maybe 5:45.
Okay.
I went to work.
Okay. Well then,
What?
what happened then?
I worked until about, I think it was 1, 12 or 1, one of them. No, 12-ish. Came here, took like an hour nap, and then I went and picked her up. Went to Fallen Creek, came here, laid her down, gave her a bath, laid her being in a different room. What's the difference in that?
You are
Is that
in the
negligent?
house with her.
But
She is
you
under your
can't
supervision. So the matter of the fact is, she was alone.
No. Patrick, come back.
Okay. You didn't want you.
Please.
This is good. Okay.
Hey Siri. Patrick, hang up. Hey Siri.
You got anything on you?
No.
No weapons on you, nothing like that?
Okay. We're not playing these fucking games with you.
Hey, Siri.
You understand me? Okay. All right.
Call UCI.
So going back to your question, do you know the difference now between leaving a baby in a house and leaving a baby here? Yes or no? Okay. I hope you understood that, and I hope you answered your own question. Okay. You just want to leave and take off. Ain't no difference when you can't hear the baby in the house. You can articulate that, but you just left. You're not in the freaking kitchen. You're not in the freaking lobby. You left the property. Does that answer your freaking question? Because that was the dumb analogy I ever heard in my life. It's the difference between leaving a baby in the other room while you're in the kitchen, you can't hear. Were you serious? So the reason why I detained you is because I needed to show you the difference between you leaving a baby here while you're in the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
All right? Do you understand the difference now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's a crime in the state of Florida. You cannot do that to call for help if they need it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
That's the difference. And I'm not playing no games with you because that little attitude that you got, I'm not going to reciprocate that.
On September 2nd, 2025, officers received a call from a concerned citizen who noticed two small children, completely unclothed, running into a busy street.
Why don't your kids have any clothes on them?
Cause they took them off. We just got the sub.
You got the what?
I'm not in no violation, sir.
I didn't ask
We
whether you
just
were in
got the
violation.
sub. I don't want to go to jail. We just got out the sub.
Why? What's your name?
I'm on probation.
Okay. Why don't your kids have clothes on them?
We just got the sub. We just heard
You got the
news
tub?
about my mom. We just heard the news about my mom.
You were giving them baths?
Yes.
On September 2nd, 2025, officers received a call from a concerned citizen who noticed two small children, completely unclothed, running into a busy street.
Why don't your kids have any clothes on them?
Cause they took them off. We just got the sub.
You got the what?
I'm not in no violation, sir.
I didn't ask
We
whether you
just
were in
got out the
violation.
sub. I don't want to go to jail. We just got out the sub.
Why? What's your name?
I'm on probation.
On September 2nd, 2025, officers received a call from a concerned citizen who noticed two small children, completely unclothed, running into a busy street.
Why don't your kids have any clothes on them?
Cause they took them off. We just got the sub.
You got the what?
I'm not in no violation, sir.
I didn't ask
We
whether you
just
were in
got out the
violation.
sub. I don't want to go to jail. We just got out the sub.
Why? What's your name?
I'm on probation.
Okay. Why don't your kids have clothes on them?
We just got the sub. We just heard
You got the
news
tub?
about my mom. We just heard the news about my mom.
You were giving them baths?
Yes.
Okay, what happened to their clothes though?
I just took them out and put the peppers on.
Okay.
Am I in trouble for that?
Hang tight for me, okay? Yeah, they seem to be okay. They just don't have clothes on. And she's obviously she's blasted. This lady, the driver, picked him up from somewhere on the western. Gave him a ride over here. Good Samaritan. She's heavily intoxicated, impaired. Kids don't have any clothes on. She put a diaper on one of the kids. The other kid doesn't have anything on. So, just trying to get to the bottom of that. Yeah, they're both your kids, right, Lyric?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, do a little. Lyric, how old are they?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Okay. Yeah, feel free. Hey, Wells, give me his phone. Can you point me in the right direction here? So, we're over here on Glendale and Wayne, and this lady.
You remember how many times Dad hit you? How many? 7.
Watch your baby, please.
My baby's on my hip, right here. I got for arm.
Okay.
Stop.
Let me go. Stop. Let me
In a chilling cascade of events, the reckless actions of those meant to protect their children unravel into shocking scenes of danger and betrayal, leaving authorities racing to save the vulnerable. These moments were caught on camera will show you why some people should never become parents. A father, intoxicated and enraged, brutally assaults his toddlers, leaving one with a bloody mouth and a loose tooth in a mere 6-minute span of chaos. What drove this family man to such violence? Will justice protect these vulnerable children from further harm? On June 12, 2024, police were dispatched to the scene as this terrible father brutally assaults his toddlers after getting highly intoxicated. The incident began when a mother preparing to take her 2 young sons to basketball practice discovered a distressing situation at home. Her husband Justin had come home intoxicated and was acting erratically.
Earlier that evening, around 5:24 p.m., he had been arguing with her, making derogatory remarks about her family, including their children. The mother, aware of his pattern of denying his drinking, recorded his behavior for evidence. As she loaded the car for practice, her older son began banging on the window, signaling for help. When she entered the house, she found him with blood on his mouth, a knot on his head, and a bleeding ear. The boy reported that Justin had punched him repeatedly while he was drunk, now slumped on the couch. The mother immediately called her father and alerted her aunt and brother, who lived nearby, to remove the children from the situation. EMS was called to check on the children's injuries.
What's his name?
Justin.
Right? Or they're sitting there watching. Watching?
I'm
watching. Which one's he going in? Okay, he's enjoying it. Yeah, he's enjoying it. Here we go.
The mother described the chaotic scene to the responding officer. She explained that she had been outside for only a few minutes between 5:24 and 5:31 p.m. when the incident occurred. Her older son, who was waiting by the front door with his brother, had been fine moments earlier, watching YouTube on the couch while Justin slept. The younger child, a baby, was napping during the altercation. The mother noted that her son's injuries included a loose tooth, a mark on his cheek, and a knot on his head. She recounted how her son described Justin chasing him around the dining room table before striking him. The officer examined the boy, noting visible injuries including blood near his mouth and a crooked tooth, and took photos for evidence. The mother emphasized her son's truthfulness, stating he was a smart kid who understood what had happened.
He sees it, he knows it, you know? And he knows not to lie, right, honey?
That you don't do.
No, he don't.
Tell the truth all the time.
Hey, Zach, real quick, I gotta take a couple pictures of you, okay, buddy?
The mouth is bleeding up here. That I knew.
You can just look at I gotta get my big self down on your level.
The officer continued the interview, speaking with the mother and her older son separately. The mother detailed the lead up to the incident. She had picked up her sons from school about 5 minutes away and returned home to find Justin already there, stumbling and intoxicated. The babysitter, who had been watching the children, noticed his condition and left after confirming the mother didn't need assistance. Justin fell asleep on the couch while the mother showered and prepared for basketball practice. After the assault, the mother's uncle arrived and took the baby across the street to safety, while her sister-in-law ensured the other children were removed from the situation. The mother expressed frustration, noting this wasn't the first incident. She had videos of Justin's verbal abuse and had contacted a counselor to address his alcohol issues, planning mediation the next day.
It's like, look. And then all up his face, like right by his mouth, was blood. His teeth, like up here, were bleeding. I saw the knot, a little bit of a knot on his head and then the bleeding from his ear. So I had asked him what had happened, and he said that Dad got mad at him because I guess he woke him up. Because I was like, you know what, he got drunk, he fell asleep, I'm just going to leave him because we tend to argue. But prior, I have videos of him talking about like my family, talking about me, saying that my parents...
The officer spoke directly with the older son, who confirmed that Justin had punched him 7 times in the head while chasing him around the dining room table. The boy couldn't pinpoint why Justin became angry, only recalling that he and his brother were sitting on the couch watching YouTube. He denied that they were being loud or arguing. The boy also reported that Justin hit his younger brother once in the head. He described hiding in a corner under a blanket, scared, as Justin continued his outburst. The officer asked if this behavior was typical, and the boy indicated that Justin's actions that day were not normal. The officer noted the boy's injuries, but found no additional marks beyond those already identified.
Do you remember how many times Dad hit you? How many?
7.
7? Okay.
Was Dad saying anything when he hit you? What were you and your brother doing before this started? You remember?
The younger son was interviewed next, corroborating his brother's account. He stated that Justin punched him on the cheek and mentioned pain in his shoulder and nose. Both boys confirmed they were simply watching TV when the incident began. The officer observed that the younger child had no visible marks, unlike his brother, but took the report seriously. The mother reiterated that the entire incident unfolded in about 6 minutes, from the time she stepped outside to load the car to when her son alerted her. She emphasized Justin's history of aggressive behavior when drunk, including twisting the children's arms and punching a hole in their son's door weeks earlier.
Okay. Are you okay? Do you hurt at all? Yeah, where do you hurt? In your shoulder?
In my cheek.
And your cheek?
My nose.
And your nose? Oh no. Oh.
As the officer confronted Justin, he appeared uncooperative and continued acting erratically, banging his head and behaving childishly. The officer warned him to act like an adult or face consequences, noting that his behavior was embarrassing and dangerous. Justin denied the allegations, claiming he didn't remember the incident and even attempted to blame the babysitter. The officer dismissed this, pointing out the clear evidence of physical harm to the children. The mother expressed her exhaustion with Justin's excuses and refusal to seek help for his alcohol issues, emphasizing that she would not tolerate him harming their children.
And have you hurting yourself in our cars?
Yeah.
Stop. Now.
You're gonna get hog tied up. Don't do that to yourself. It's more embarrassing.
Do I need to hobble your ass so you can go to the jail?
Somewhere now.
Yeah, you're going to be to the jail.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be good? You're not gonna do anything stupid on the way to jail?
The officer concluded that the incident qualified as child abuse under Florida law, as Justin's actions were malicious and unjustified. The mother confirmed that the children had no marks when she returned home, and the assault occurred within the brief window she was outside. EMS evaluated the children, and the family across the street ensured their safety. The officer prepared to take Justin into custody, warning him against further disruptive behavior during transport to jail.
It's time to stop. Stop.
Hey, Justin.
No.
Look at me. Or look at him. Are we going to do this and act like an adult, or are we going to treat you like a child?
Justin was charged with child abuse for maliciously striking his children, causing visible injuries, including a loose tooth, a knot on the head, and bleeding from the mouth and ear. His actions were deemed unjustifiable, as they were not disciplinary but a result of intoxication and anger. Additional evidence included his history of aggressive behavior, such as punching a hole in his son's door and verbally abusing the family while intoxicated. 2 young children scream in a swelteringly hot car abandoned by their father, who claims a quick errand turned deadly. How could a parent misjudge so gravely? What fate awaits these children after such neglect? On June 21, 2024, police officers were dispatched to the parking lot of a Harbor Freight store following reports of children screaming and crying inside a parked vehicle. The car was turned off and the outside temperature was a sweltering 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Inside the vehicle were 2 young children, ages 4 and 5, left unattended in the extreme heat, with the windows up and no air conditioning running.
There's no key in there. Dude, I promise you it was on. It was on. There's no key in it. I can pull my key. I can pull my key out, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Dude, please don't take my key.
What is wrong with you, dude?
A concerned bystander, upon hearing the children's cries, approached the vehicle and found it unattended. They promptly called 911, reporting the situation. The bystander noted that the car's back window was slightly cracked, but the vehicle was not running and no keys were visible in the ignition. By the time police arrived, the children were visibly distressed, sweaty, and red-faced from the heat inside the car, which officers estimated could have reached over 100 degrees Fahrenheit in mere minutes.
They were crying when I pulled up.
Can I please talk to you?
About what?
Look, I've been doing this alone, man. I tried to return something. They're having an issue returning it. I didn't realize that they were taking it slow. Please, dude, please.
When the father returned to the vehicle, he was confronted by both the bystander and the responding officers. He appeared frantic, claiming he had only been inside the store for 5 to 10 minutes to return an item. He insisted that he had left the car running with the air conditioning on, believing he could remove the key while keeping the vehicle operational. However, he admitted to mistakenly turning the car off, leaving the children in the dangerously hot environment.
They were asleep. I didn't want to wake them up. They had no food. We've been busy all fucking day. Okay. I can leave my key on and leave the car running. And I thought I had hit that, and apparently I had flicked it back. I had ran inside. I've been in there for 5-10 minutes.
The father explained that he was a single parent struggling to manage a loan and had been dealing with a complicated return process inside the store. He claimed the children were asleep when he left them and that he didn't want to wake them. He repeatedly apologized, acknowledging his mistake and pleading not to have his children taken away. He stated there was water in the car, but officers pointed out that children of such young ages would not think to drink it in such conditions. The officers emphasized the severity of the situation, explaining that heat stroke could kill a child within 3 to 4 minutes in those circumstances.
I will never do it again.
Well, first of all, you relax. I understand it's a stressful situation and everything, but buddy.
I know I fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Medics were called to the scene to evaluate the children's condition. Despite being sweaty and warm, the children were deemed medically stable enough not to require immediate hospitalization. However, officers and medics expressed concern about the children's safety given the prolonged exposure to extreme heat. The father was visibly distraught, admitting he messed up and promising never to repeat the mistake. He mentioned living with a friend and being unemployed, adding to his stress as a single parent.
I mean, are they going back with him?
As of right now, I don't know, because I don't know if I can trust him going back with him.
That's what I'm wondering, because
he said he was only there for 5 minutes.
Officers questioned the father about the timeline of events, noting inconsistencies in his story. Initially, he claimed he was inside the store for 5 minutes, but later adjusted this to 5 to 10 minutes. To verify his account, an officer spoke with a cashier at Harbor Freight, who confirmed the father had been in the store for at least 15 minutes, waiting in line and attempting to return a partially used product. The cashier, a leader on duty, refused the return because the item was half empty, which prolonged the father's time inside. Further investigation, including a review of store security footage, revealed that the father had actually been inside for over 27 minutes, only exiting when he noticed police activity near his vehicle.
How long did you see them in there?
Well, I got here and I immediately started walking up to the store, but then I heard crying and I turned back and sure as hell the car was unattended, so that's when I called 911. And that was about from the time I made the call to when you guys got here.
Okay. So probably like 5 minutes by the time I got here?
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you for getting me.
Absolutely. No, thank you.
The officers expressed frustration with the father's priorities, noting that his initial concern was whether he was in trouble rather than the well-being of his children. They stressed that he should have brought the children into the store with him regardless of the inconvenience. The father acknowledged his fault, stating, "I need to make better decisions," and took full responsibility for his actions.
Hey, I'll patch you up real quick. Turn off this truck. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to detain you right now, okay? What's on your pockets? You mind if I take everything out? No drugs or anything like that? I guess weed. That's fine. Please leave. You're not driving with the kids in the car while you're smoking marijuana, right?
While the children were being checked by medics, officers detained the father and searched his pockets, finding no drugs or other illegal items. However, they informed him that he would be taken into custody due to the severity of the incident. The father asked to contact the children's grandmother, providing her phone number, and requested to hug his children before being taken away, expressing fear that their mother would keep them from him. The officers denied the request, stating he should have considered the consequences before leaving the children in the car.
Grandpa?
Yeah, Grandma.
That's close?
Yeah.
Is she able to take care of them?
Am I going to jail?
Yeah, you're going to go to jail for child endangerment, man. You can't leave your kids in here. You know Grandma's phone number?
Yeah.
All right, give me a second.
The children were transported to a hospital for further evaluation to ensure they had not suffered lasting effects from the heat exposure. Afterward, they were placed in the custody of Child Protective Services, CPS, pending further investigation. The officers emphasized that such incidents require mandatory reporting to CPS, as the safety of the children could not be guaranteed with the father at that time.
It was about 10 minutes.
then they had to have woken up from me shutting my door.
They were screaming and crying because they're so hot. The car was not on at any point, dude.
The father was charged with child endangerment due to the reckless act of leaving his young children in a hot, unventilated car for an extended period, putting their lives at serious risk. A mother's argument over her daughter's social security number erupts into a violent clash, with her erratic defiance escalating the chaos. Was this a desperate act of discipline or something darker? Can this fractured family find peace? On September 20th, 2023, police officers responded to a call from a family reporting a heated dispute in a household. The situation involved a woman who had allegedly attacked her 19-year-old daughter following an argument. The disagreement stemmed from the woman's attempt to use her daughter's social security number without permission, which escalated into a confrontation. The woman, who was the mother, insisted that her daughter had been disrespectful, prompting her to act in what she claimed was self-defense. The daughter, according to the mother, had tried to hit her, leading to a physical altercation. The mother maintained that she was within her rights to discipline her daughter, emphasizing her role as the parent despite her own mother having legal guardianship over the daughter. The scene was chaotic, with the woman loudly arguing with the officers, refusing to calm down, and repeatedly asserting that she was the victim.
Kids don't need to be seeing all this.
You can call DCF fast.
Close the door for me, please.
You can call DCF fast.
For what?
Cause my 2 kids in there I'm dealing with DCF fast.
The officers attempted to de-escalate the situation, urging the woman to take a deep breath and explain her side of the story. She recounted the disagreement with her daughter, focusing on the social security issue and her daughter's alleged disrespect. The woman was adamant that she did not initiate the physical conflict, claiming her actions were purely defensive. The presence of children in the household added to the tension, and the officers asked family members to take the children inside to shield them from the escalating situation. The woman's frustration was evident as she resisted the officers' instructions, arguing that she was being unfairly targeted. She also mentioned ongoing issues with her own mother, suggesting a pattern of familial conflict that contributed to the day's events.
Like me and my mama had a misunderstanding
You and your mom?
about yes.
Okay.
And whatever.
Okay, ignore her. Talk to me.
I didn't attack her. Like I said, I'm her mama. She's not gonna be disrespecting me.
Okay.
Period. My mama got guardianship of her, but at the end of the day, I'm still the mama. At the end of the day.
Okay.
And so me and my mama had a misunderstanding and about her trying to.
As the officers continued their investigation, they questioned the woman about the specifics of the altercation. She reiterated that the dispute began over her mother's attempt to misuse her daughter's social security number, which her daughter had disclosed to her. The woman admitted that the argument grew heated, with her daughter becoming loud and disrespectful, which led to the physical confrontation. She denied attacking her daughter outright, insisting that any physical actions were in response to her daughter's attempt to strike her. The officers also learned that the woman's sister was involved in a separate verbal dispute with the daughter, complicating the family dynamics further. The woman's emotional state was volatile, swinging between anger and pleas for understanding, as she felt the officers were not listening to her perspective.
She attacked me.
You want to talk to me? You want me to read your rights?
I have the right to remain silent.
Okay, you don't want to talk? Okay.
What?
You're going to be under arrest for domestic battery. I talked to everybody to inside. They give me a different story.
But I'm telling you what about my story.
Well, I'm going to document all your story and her story, okay? And then I went inside and talked to all the people. And I was told that you started the first time.
I didn't start
So
nothing.
I'm not going to ask you any questions since I didn't read your rights and everything.
The officers attempted to gather the woman's personal information, such as her name, but she was uncooperative, repeatedly interrupting to restate her version of events. Her blood pressure was a concern for her, and she mentioned needing medication, which prompted the officers to call for medical assistance to check her vitals. Despite her claims of high blood pressure, the medics found her readings to be normal, with a blood pressure of 132/62. The woman's behavior remained erratic, oscillating between compliance and defiance. She expressed frustration at the prospect of being arrested, insisting that she was the one attacked and should not be facing consequences. The officers explained that they needed to document her story alongside her daughter's and other witnesses' accounts to determine the course of action.
Alright, can I have a seat?
I'm not finna sit nowhere.
Have a seat.
No, I'm not.
It's not up to you. Have a seat.
Take
I don't
take a
care.
seat or get charged with more.
Obstructing police. You want that charge too?
Man, y'all,
Have a
she
seat.
attacked me, though.
Okay,
like
that's
I'm
fine.
supposed to do.
Have a seat.
The situation escalated as the woman continued to resist the officers' attempts to manage the scene. She refused to sit in the patrol car as instructed, arguing that the handcuffs were too tight and that she was being treated unfairly. Her agitation grew, and she accused the officers of enjoying her distress, claiming they were handling her too roughly. The officers warned her that continued resistance could lead to additional charges, such as obstructing police, but she persisted, refusing to comply with their directives. At one point, she accused an officer of trying to add false charges, such as claiming she kicked them, which she vehemently denied. The officers remained firm, instructing her to follow their commands or face further consequences. The woman's behavior became increasingly erratic, and she began to act as though she was in medical distress, possibly to avoid being taken into custody. The officers, concerned about her claims of high blood pressure and her apparent inability to answer questions coherently, decided she needed to be evaluated at a hospital before being taken to jail. This decision frustrated her further, as she insisted she was fine and did not need medical attention. Her sister, who was present, also expressed anger at the officers' handling of the situation, arguing that they were being too harsh. The woman's resistance continued as she refused to be touched or restrained, leading to a physical struggle as the officers attempted to secure her for transport to the hospital.
Going to help you over here. Don't f***ing touch me.
All right, this is the last chance, and then we're gonna.
Don't f***ing touch me.
Okay, come on.
Don't f***ing touch me. Don't. Let me go. Let me go.
Stand up.
The woman's resistance persisted. She refused to cooperate with the medical staff and officers, repeatedly demanding that they not touch her and accusing them of trying to frame her. The officers and medics struggled to secure her to a stretcher for safety as she continued to move and resist, risking injury to herself and others. Her sister remained vocal, insisting that the officers were mishandling the situation and that her sister was not in the wrong. The woman's defiance culminated in threats to report the officers' actions, claiming their treatment was excessive. Despite her protest, the officers maintained that her behavior necessitated the measures taken, as she refused to comply with basic instructions.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go, Mama. Mom! Mom!
The woman's meltdown, characterized by her refusal to cooperate and her dramatic behavior, likely exacerbated the situation. Had she owned up to her actions and cooperated, the officers might have handled the situation with less force. Instead, her resistance led to a prolonged and contentious interaction. She was ultimately charged with domestic battery for the altercation with her daughter and resisting arrest for her behavior during the officers' attempts to detain her. These charges were documented after the officers interviewed all parties involved, including the woman, her daughter, and other witnesses who provided conflicting accounts of the incident. A mother, distracted and impaired, swerves dangerously, with her children asleep in the back, her glassy eyes betraying a deeper struggle. What personal turmoil led to this reckless drive? Will her children be safe in her care? On September 29, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle observed driving erratically on Route 14. The vehicle was seen swerving, crossing the yellow line, and nearly veering into a ditch. The driver, a woman, was approached by an officer who noted the bright headlights and initiated a conversation. She appeared distracted, mentioning she was talking to her husband on the phone and dealing with personal frustrations. The officer asked for her driver's license and insurance, which she struggled to locate. She admitted to multitasking, explaining that her 2 children, who were asleep in the back seat, kept her preoccupied.
And then you were all over the road. You crossed the yellow line, you were almost in the ditch with the whole truck, and you came back in and out, you were riding the grass.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I multitask on a regular basis.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
The officer pointed out her dangerous driving behavior, including turning left on a red arrow at the intersection of 14 and 47, crossing the yellow line, and driving onto the grass. The woman apologized, attributing her actions to managing her toddlers and their demands, such as searching for their tablets. The officer expressed concern about her motor skills, noting she dropped items during their interaction and questioned whether she had consumed alcohol or drugs, which she denied. Her explanation for the erratic driving centered on her exhaustion and the challenges of parenting 2 young children who were constantly on vacation and always asking for things.
Picking up, trying to find their tablets.
Okay. Do you usually have motor skill issues? I noticed you dropped a couple of things while you were talking to me. I'm just worried that we're okay to make it home while we got 2 kids in the back of the car.
I promise you I will be.
You're fine. Okay.
I'll be good.
Okay. Did you know that you turn left on a red arrow?
The officer continued to assess the situation, noting the woman's glassy eyes and apparent motor skill issues, raising concerns about her ability to drive safely, especially with 2 children in the vehicle. She admitted to being perpetually tired, but insisted she was fine to drive. The officer, unconvinced, proposed a finger dexterity test to evaluate her coordination. He demonstrated the test, instructing her to touch her thumb to each fingertip, counting aloud from 1 to 4 and back, repeating the sequence twice. She attempted the test, but her performance was unsteady, further heightening the officer's concerns. He asked whether she was texting or talking on the phone, to which she vaguely responded, seeming disoriented. The officer then requested that she step out of the vehicle to continue the conversation away from traffic. She complied, and the officer reiterated his concern about her impaired state, despite her insistence that she had not consumed alcohol or medications. He emphasized the need to ensure the safety of her children, a son and daughter, who were still in the back seat. The officer learned she was en route to check on horses after leaving the Madison house. To further evaluate her condition, he asked her to perform an eye test, instructing her to follow the tip of his pen with her eyes only, keeping her head still.
All right, so I want to run you through a couple of tests. I just want to make sure you make it home. I'm worried about you and the kids, okay? Once we get done with that, we can be on our way. Sound good? All right, Ms. Dirks, the first thing I want to test is your eyes, okay?
The officer proceeded with a field sobriety test, asking the woman to take 9 heel-to-toe steps in a straight line, turn using small steps, and return with 9 more heel-to-toe steps. She struggled through the test, miscounting, and showing signs of impaired coordination.
Okay, I'm in the field to toe, and one that I was mentored once with 5 balances, and in that I'm died in that time and dumped most of 5 balances, and then it made it.
The officer concluded that she was too impaired to drive safely, particularly with her children in the car. He asked if there was someone who could pick up the children, as he deemed her incapable of driving them home. She mentioned her husband, but expressed reluctance to involve him, citing personal issues and an impending divorce. The officer contacted her husband via her phone, which was connected to Bluetooth, to arrange for someone to retrieve the children. The conversation revealed tension, as she was frustrated and emotional, feeling judged by her family. She grew increasingly agitated, insisting that she takes care of everyone and expressing anger toward her husband and mother. The officer attempted to calm her, emphasizing the need to prioritize the children's safety and maintain composure in their presence.
Okay. Well, from what I've seen, you are
you are too impaired to drive. Okay. That being said, you have two small children in the car with you. Okay. Is there somebody who can drive them home safely? Because at this point, I don't think you're capable of doing that.
The woman's frustration escalated as she learned her mother was being called to pick up her children. She became belligerent, cursing and expressing disdain for her family, claiming they judged her unfairly. The officer, concerned for her safety and that of others, informed her that she was under arrest for driving under the influence, citing her impaired behavior and the danger she posed on the road. She resisted, pleading not to be arrested in front of her children and denying any wrongdoing. The officer explained that her actions, including nearly running into traffic, necessitated the arrest. He asked if she had anything illegal on her, such as weapons or drugs, which she denied. For safety, he conducted a precautionary search before placing her in the rear of the police vehicle. She requested her wallet, which the officer retrieved, and pleaded to avoid her mother seeing her in handcuffs. The officer reassured her that the situation would be handled discreetly to minimize distress for her children.
Okay.
I don't want my mother to...
I mean, you asked me to call him, and that's who's coming. So I'm just looking for somebody responsible who can grab your kids and watch them temporarily.
Piece of shit. He said they're fucking dead and he can't come get him. Piece of shit. Fucking hate my life. Okay. Take me to jail. Okay. You do whatever you want. These kids, I don't fucking
relax.
Stop. God, you guys didn't know what I have been through every day.
The woman was charged with driving under the influence, DUI, and 2 counts of child endangerment due to the presence of her children in the vehicle during her impaired driving. An ex-partner's drunken rampage leaves a home in ruins and a mother battered with her children witnessing the terror. How did a day of promise spiral into such violence? Can the family heal from this betrayal? On April 2nd, 2025, deputies responded to a residence in Palm Beach County following a report of a battery. A distressed woman reported that her ex-partner had assaulted her, targeting her neck and arm. She claimed he took her phone, though she was using another device to communicate. She described him as erratic, alleging he smashed all her televisions with a guitar and caused extensive damage to her home. Her children were upstairs during the incident, and she noted that the suspect had fled. She recounted that they had gone out earlier, enjoying a pleasant day, but tensions rose when he discussed substance use. He consumed alcohol she had stored for celebratory purposes, unopened for years, and became aggressive. She reported multiple instances of choking, death threats, and a strike to her arm, leaving marks. Deputies observed her injuries but noted she declined immediate medical attention, expressing uncertainty about her condition.
I think I am.
Do you
I'm
need
not
fire
sure.
rescue at all?
Huh?
Do you need fire rescue to come and check you out? Can I sit back down?
I think there's something there. It hurts.
I don't see anything. Do you need fire rescue to come and check you out?
I mean, he choked me and jumped in there, but I think I'm alright. But who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll be not alright.
So do you want them to come and look at you or no?
I mean, no. I think I'll be okay. Let's see what happens. He thinks he has.
Delise, can you see if he needs fire rescue for anything?
The woman explained that after dinner, the suspect drank heavily, consuming multiple liquor bottles in the bathroom. She had put her children to bed in the living room and planned to sleep on the couch, intending for him to sleep in a bedroom. He refused, began cooking, and disrupted the household. When confronted, he threatened her with hot oil. She removed the pan from the stove, but he then assaulted her in the kitchen, pushing her against a cabinet and causing a bookshelf to fall. She described a prior assault in the car after she mentioned moving on with someone else, prompting him to slap her. A struggle ensued in the kitchen as she defended herself, urging him to leave or retire to the bedroom. She referenced a protection order against him in the process of being withdrawn after his recent rehab stint, but not yet finalized. Her children witnessed parts of the incident, and she emphasized his history of disruptive behavior.
I just want to get out. You're not making noise in here. We're going to bed. Please leave. Go in the bedroom. Stay in there. Go to sleep.
Okay.
He wouldn't do it. He started putting oil on the counter. He started saying, I'll throw this oil in your face. And And then he choked me several times in the kitchen, and that's when that all went down.
Deputies interviewed the suspect, Jonathan, who claimed the woman was the aggressor, asserting any physical contact was self-defense. He denied choking her or damaging property, alleging she broke the television during an argument. He stated she invited him to the home, even purchasing his flight from New York, and admitted to drinking but claimed she encouraged it. Identifying as a U.S. Marine, he emphasized his integrity, showing scratches on his neck as evidence of her aggression. He denied possessing her phone and claimed the home's damage predated the incident. He referenced a protection order, noting her promise to withdraw it, and provided text messages to support his claim. Deputies detained him for further investigation, administering his Miranda rights. He maintained his innocence, suggesting her son would corroborate his account.
That's about 45 minutes ago. She told me, come and shut up in the room. Me up. She thinks I'm using my man. Yo, my man.
The investigation continued as deputies evaluated the scene and statements. The woman reiterated that the suspect drank her liquor and refused to sleep, leading to threats and the kitchen assault. She confirmed sending text urging him to retire, which he ignored. Deputies found no second phone on the suspect despite her claims. The children's statement supported her account, describing his aggressive behavior. The home showed significant damage consistent with her description of smashed electronics. The suspect became uncooperative, slipping his handcuffs and arguing with deputies, emphasizing his military service. He was secured and placed in a patrol car. The woman signed a victim's rights form, frustrated about her missing phone.
The totality of the circumstances, okay?
I'm not gonna resist, but don't do that to me.
So then
You know what?
so put your hand on
All right,
your
I
you're not
will.
resisting.
No problem. But you know I didn't do that, right? I got video and everything.
So this how it works. Just hear me out. So
We're gonna put 2 on you if you do a little lie, right?
I don't understand what I did wrong though.
Some new stuff?
Deputies determined the suspect as the primary aggressor based on the evidence, including injuries, witness statements, and the home's condition. After medical clearance at a local hospital, he was transported to the county jail. He now faces charges of domestic battery and resisting arrest. A chilling attempted kidnapping unfolds as a drug-addled couple targets a child playing outside, their threats echoing through a terrified neighborhood. Who are these predators lurking in plain sight? Will justice stop their dangerous pattern? On November 3, 2023, law enforcement officers responded to a distressing report of an attempted kidnapping in a residential neighborhood. The incident unfolded in broad daylight, causing alarm among residents who witnessed the unsettling events. A mother, visibly shaken, recounted the terrifying moment when she saw a white van pull up near her home. According to her, a man and a woman, both appearing to be under the influence of drugs, emerged from the vehicle. The woman, described as homeless, allegedly attempted to grab the mother's young child who was playing outside. The mother's voice trembled as she described the scene. The woman tried to lure her child toward the van, an older, beat-up model, while the man stood nearby, possibly complicit in the act.
Stay here and tell them to leave my kids alone. My kids play here.
Who came out of the van and physically grabbed the kid?
No, tried to physically. The girl.
Which,
the girl.
Okay, that was inside the van. There was a male and a female occupying it.
Yes.
She pops out of the truck,
Yes.
grabs your kid.
Tries to grab my
Tries
kids.
to grab your kid.
I guess they didn't see that my kid's father.
The mother explained that her child's father was present at the time, sitting in his truck nearby. He quickly intervened, stepping out of his vehicle to confront the suspects. The mother didn't see everything that transpired after his intervention, but she recalled the man from the van making a chilling threat. He reportedly said, "I'm going to the gas station to put gas in my truck, and I'm coming back to kill everybody in this house." The mother's fear was palpable as she recounted this threat, emphasizing that this wasn't the first time she'd had issues with these individuals. She noted that they had previously harassed her children, who often played in the area, and she had repeatedly asked them to leave her family alone.
Get out of the vehicle. Show me your hands. Face forward. Face forward. Your hands up. Passengers inside the vehicle. Exit.
The mother provided a detailed description of the suspect's vehicle, an old white van, possibly accompanied by a purple Cadillac that she recognized as belonging to the suspects. She pointed out a silver car in the vicinity, but clarified that the van was the primary vehicle involved. The man, she said, was wearing a green shirt, and both he and the woman appeared to be acting erratically, consistent with drug use. The mother's account painted a vivid picture of a dangerous situation unfolding in front of her home, with her child's safety at stake. She urged the officers to check nearby gas stations, as the man had mentioned heading there, and she believed he might be living out of the van.
All right, walk back to me. All right, stop.
Charlie 3, 10-4.
6 or 10-4.
I checked here though.
I work there.
Officers quickly mobilized, noting that the van had fled the scene, heading eastbound and then northbound. The mother's description of the suspects, a white male in a green shirt and a female accomplice, matched reports from other witnesses. The urgency of the situation was clear, as officers coordinated to locate the van and apprehend the suspects. The mother's testimony was crucial, providing specific details about the vehicle and the suspect's behavior, which helped narrow down the search. As officers prepared to pursue the van, the mother reiterated her fear for her children's safety, emphasizing that the suspect's actions were not a one-time occurrence, but part of a pattern of disturbing behavior.
Keep your hands out the window. It's all good.
Can you please listen?
Nope, I'm not gonna listen right now. Drop your phone. Drop your phone.
Put it down. Put it down, please.
I will put it down for you.
Just,
Drop your phone.
I'm going to go to my son.
That's your son?
Yeah, that's my son.
That's good. That's good. All right, you ready for him? No, that's right. All right, with one hand, open that door.
As officers continued their investigation, they located a white van matching the description provided by the mother. The vehicle was stopped and the occupants, a man and a woman, were detained for questioning. The woman, later identified as Diana, was cooperative but visibly agitated. She claimed she had just come from work and was picking up a fish sandwich when the officers pulled her over. However, her story quickly unraveled as officers noted that the van and its occupants matched the description of the suspects involved in the attempted kidnapping. Diana's son was also in the vehicle, adding complexity to the situation.
Please.
Your son's not going anywhere right now. Give me your vape.
What? Hold on, please. I'm asking you nicely. My son's not going anywhere, but why am I being heckled? I'm just asking.
So,
officers asked Diana to open the van's door to ensure no other children were inside. She complied reluctantly, insisting that her son was the only child present. The officer's priority was to verify the safety of any potential victims and to confirm whether the van was indeed the one involved in the incident. Diana's demeanor grew defensive as she questioned why she was being detained, claiming her rights were being violated. She repeatedly mentioned her son, expressing concern about his whereabouts and insisting that he wasn't going anywhere. The officers calmly explained that they had received a report of a suspicious van matching her vehicle's description, with occupants allegedly attempting to kidnap a child.
In the backpack with the sunflowers.
Okay.
It's in there.
Hey, you pronounce your first name Diana?
Diana.
Diana.
Diana. T-A-I-A-N-A.
Oh, Diana.
Meanwhile, the child's father, who had intervened during the incident, provided his account to the officers. He explained that he was in his truck when he noticed his daughter looking scared. A month prior, his daughter had told him that the same woman had made her uncomfortable by trying to talk to her. On this day, he saw the woman approach his daughter again, this time more aggressively. She reportedly called out to the girl, saying, come here," in an attempt to lure her toward the van. The father confronted the woman, telling her to back off, but she continued to advance, shouting threats like, "I'm gonna get her." In response, he admitted to reacting out of instinct, striking her after she swung at him and spat in his face.
Okay, there was a report that I was kidnapping my child, but was there a report on 19 and McKinley that I got my lip busted by a guy?
That was included, yes. Yeah.
So he's the one that reported it? Because he was fighting for his sister. And I flicked the sister off. Why did he come and punch me?
The father's account corroborated the mother's story, painting a consistent picture of the suspect's aggressive and predatory behavior. He described the woman as erratic, possibly under the influence, and noted that the man in the green shirt was also involved, though less directly. The father's primary concern was his daughter's safety, and he expressed frustration that the suspects had targeted his family before. Officers assured him that they were taking the situation seriously and that the suspects were being detained for further investigation. The father declined to press charges for the assault on himself, stating that the suspect's arrest for the attempted kidnapping was sufficient.
Hey, I remember my rights. You want to turn on your camera or check me now? The camera's been on. Y'all violated my rights, bro. My camera's literally inside. Y'all violated my rights, bro. You got kids? You got kids? Do you have kids? Okay.
Let's go. Got things to do, people to see.
As the investigation progressed, officers continued to question Diana and the male suspect, who was identified as her husband and the father of the child in the van. Diana maintained that she was not involved in any wrongdoing, claiming that she had been assaulted by the child's father. She alleged that he punched her in the lip during the confrontation, and she pointed to her injury as evidence. However, her account was inconsistent with the witness's statements, and officers noted that she matched the description of the woman who attempted to lure the child.
Can I have a supervisor here right now? Yo!
The officers conducted a show-up, bringing the detained suspects to the scene for identification. The mother and other witnesses confirmed that Diana and the man in the green shirt were the individuals involved in the incident. The child's father reiterated his story, emphasizing that the woman had been harassing his daughter for weeks. He recalled the moment when she approached his daughter, trying to coax her toward the van, and how he intervened to protect her. The officers documented these accounts, ensuring that all details were recorded for the report. The scene was chaotic, with Diana continuing to protest her detention, insisting that her rights were being violated. She demanded to know why her son was placed in a police car and repeatedly asked for a supervisor. The officers remained calm, explaining that she and her husband matched the description of the suspects in a serious crime. They clarified that no incriminating questions were being asked at that moment, and their primary concern was resolving the situation and ensuring everyone's safety.
That the lady was like, come here. That's what
I was figuring. Because I remember she told me like a month ago that she felt like, that she was trying to take
and then he's saying the same thing. The stories combined.
As the investigation concluded, officers gathered sufficient evidence to confirm the suspect's involvement in the attempted kidnapping. The mother's detailed description of the van, the suspect's appearance, and their threatening behavior, combined with the father's corroborating account, provided a clear picture of the events. The officers ensured that the child in the van, Diana's son, was safe and not involved in the incident. The suspects were taken into custody, and the officers prepared to file a comprehensive report detailing the events of November 3, 2023. Both suspects were charged with luring and enticing a child and causing a child to become delinquent, reflecting the severity of their actions in attempting to abduct a minor and their pattern of predatory behavior. A couple's roadside argument turns violent, revealing a child left alone at home, with both parents' conflicting stories deepening the mystery. What secrets lie behind their volatile clash? Can their child be protected from their chaos? On March 12, 2024, in Ohio, a routine police patrol took an unexpected turn when officers noticed a couple arguing heatedly on the side of the road. The woman, visibly shaken, explained to the officers that the man was her husband, though she was in the process of filing for divorce. She recounted how their argument had escalated while they were door dashing together, a side gig they shared. The situation had spiraled out of control, leading to a physical altercation. According to her, the man had attempted to snatch the car keys from her hand, causing a cut on her finger that left her bleeding. She described how he had been verbally abusive, calling her names while she was driving, which she found dangerous and intolerable. The woman stated she had pulled over to confront him, telling him to either find his way home or get out of the car. Instead, he continued yelling and grabbed the keys, leading to the injury.
Calling me, we're driving. You're calling me a yelling in my ear. I can't do that while driving. That's dangerous. I don't keep doing that. I stopped right here and told him, hey, either you find your way home or you got to get out.
The officers observed the woman's distress and the cut on her hand, offering her a Band-Aid and asking her to calm down to provide clear answers. They confirmed that the car was registered in her name and that their child was not with them at the time. The woman explained that she had stopped the car because the argument had become too intense and she feared for her safety. She also mentioned that her husband had a history of putting his hands on her, with similar incidents occurring in public. Despite this, she had never filed charges against him, citing their shared child as a reason for her reluctance. The officers emphasized that her safety was paramount and that tolerating such behavior wasn't necessary, especially given the impact on their family.
Hands on me. Just because we're having an altercation of talking, an argument, shouldn't lead to you putting your hands on me.
Is this car registered to you?
Yes, this is in my name.
And you don't have your baby with you, right?
No, no ma'am.
Okay. And then where are the keys inside?
No. I took the keys out of the ignition and I had them in my hand and he...
Oh, I thought when I came up to you originally, I said...
As the conversation continued, the woman elaborated on the incident, noting that the police had arrived just as her husband was about to chase and grab her. She claimed he had a pattern of aggressive behavior, often escalating arguments into physical confrontations. The officers listened carefully, asking specific questions to piece together the sequence of events. They noted that the couple had been door dashing when the argument began, leading to the key snatching incident. The woman reiterated that her husband's actions had caused her to bleed, and she had exited the car to escape the situation. The police had witnessed the husband's aggressive pursuit, which prompted their intervention.
So, their child, their baby, they went to DoorDash and left the child at home sleeping.
Oh, and she just said they have a baby.
Yeah.
And they were door dashing.
Yeah, they decided to DoorDash during the nap.
The officers then shifted their focus to a more pressing concern, the couple's child. The woman initially stated that their baby was at home asleep while they were out door dashing. This raised immediate alarm, as leaving a child unattended was a serious issue. The officers decided to send a unit to the couple's residence at Durham Place to check on the child's safety. However, the woman's story began to shift. She later claimed the baby was with the husband's grandmother, contradicting her earlier statement. When pressed for the grandmother's address, she said she didn't know, as it was arranged through her husband. The husband, meanwhile, insisted the child was alone at home, further complicating the situation. The officers grew frustrated with the inconsistent accounts, suspecting both parties were not being fully truthful.
There we go. Just sit all the way in there for me and fill that out so I don't have to stand out on the side of the road here.
The police decided to detain both individuals to investigate further, particularly regarding the child's whereabouts. The woman became increasingly agitated, claiming she didn't have her phone or any way to contact the grandmother. She pulled papers from her pockets, throwing them in frustration, and insisted she was trying to cooperate despite her mental health challenges. The officers, wary of her escalating behavior, asked for the car keys, as the vehicle was to be towed. The woman, named Kristen, refused to hand them over, demanding paperwork and asserting her rights. Her agitation grew, and she repeatedly mentioned her anxiety and mental health issues, pleading to be left alone.
You left your child alone at home while you guys went DoorDash.
Who said?
He said.
The officers attempted to calm her, explaining that her noncompliance was making the situation worse. They warned that continued resistance could lead to further consequences. Meanwhile, a unit sent to the couple's home confirmed the worst. The baby was found alone, having been left unattended through an open window. This discovery solidified the officers' concerns about child endangerment. The woman's behavior escalated further as she screamed about her mental health and begged the officers to stop touching her. She claimed her thumb was injured during the interaction, though the officers noted it was due to her flailing against the handcuffs. Despite their efforts to de-escalate, Kristen's refusal to cooperate and her erratic behavior left the officers with no choice but to take her into custody.
I don't have nothing on me. No.
Okay, put that stuff on.
The only thing I have is this.
You don't have to throw it everywhere. Why did you do that?
Because I told you I don't have my phone on me, and you told me to take everything out of my pocket. This is all I have. I have nothing else in my pocket.
The situation grew chaotic as Kristen continued to resist, screaming about her inability to breathe and her mental health struggles. The officers repeatedly urged her to calm down, warning that her actions could lead to additional restraints. She complained of pain in her thumb and hand, which she attributed to the officers' handling, though they clarified it resulted from her own movements. The officers managed to secure her in the patrol car, but she continued to plead for them to leave her alone, insisting that only her husband could help her. The police, however, were focused on resolving the immediate concerns, ensuring the child's safety and addressing the couple's conflicting stories.
Mental health. I have mental healf, please.
Cooperate.
Please.
Put your other hand behind your back.
Please.
Hand behind your back.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
Put your hand behind your back and cooperate.
Please.
Do not try to get out.
I'm not. I'm just.
Put your legs back.
Already claustrophobic.
Okay. I will roll down your windows, but you're not going to get your legs up here.
The officers coordinated with Children's Services to establish a safety plan for the child, who was now in protective custody. They also learned that the couple's 2 other children were in Maryland, not living with them, which added another layer of complexity to the family dynamics. The husband was detained for domestic violence based on the woman's account of his aggressive behavior and the physical altercation over the keys. The officers noted that the woman's mental health issues and the husband's alleged history of violence created a volatile situation, compounded by their decision to leave their child unattended. The car was towed, and both individuals were transported for further processing.
Leave me alone! Please leave me alone! 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 Oh my God! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Just leave me alone! I just need you to stop talking to me, please.
The woman, Kristen, was taken into custody and charged with obstruction and child endangerment due to her non-compliance and the discovery of the unattended child. The husband faced charges related to domestic violence for his alleged actions during the altercation. A baby's cries pierce a hotel room where an unresponsive mother lies amid empty liquor bottles, her incoherent ramblings hinting at a troubled mind. What led to this neglectful haze? Will this child find safety away from her mother's grip? The night began with a distressing report at a hotel when a guest alerted staff about a baby crying incessantly in room 210 for over 15 minutes. The guest noted no other sounds from the room, raising immediate concern. The front desk clerk, informed by a colleague, relayed the situation to the police, prompting a swift response. The clerk provided details about the guest in room 210, mentioning that a woman had been brought to the hotel by a police officer the previous day. An employee stationed near the room confirmed the baby's cries and stood outside, awaiting further instructions.
The door, because, my boss gave me a pass, key. I cracked it open. I said hello 10 times. She didn't answer. I ended up opening the door. The pillow was like kind of over the baby's face.
So nobody's in the room?
She's right there, and she didn't wake up.
Officers arrived at the hotel, greeted by the clerk who directed them to the second floor. The staircase was to the left, and the employee near room 210 was ready to provide more information. The officer, identified as Officer Cologne, thanked the clerk and proceeded upstairs. At the room, hotel security explained the alarming scene they had encountered earlier. Using a key, the security guard had entered room 210 and found the baby wrapped in a blanket with a pillow partially covering its face. The baby was crying, but the mother, lying unconscious on another bed, did not respond to the baby's wails or the guard's attempts to wake her. The guard had cracked the door open, called out, and, receiving no answer, entered to check on the child. The pillow was dangerously positioned, posing a suffocation risk, and the mother remained unresponsive.
It's the police. I need you to get up. You have a baby in here, man. Hey!
The officer knocked on the door, announcing their presence. Inside, the woman, later identified as Promise Mosley, was still on the bed, seemingly unaware of the situation. The officer called out, urging her to wake up, noting the baby in the room. The room was warm, and the baby, appearing distressed, was described as pretty warm by the officer. Mosley began to stir, but her responses were incoherent. She mumbled about not wanting to leave and started singing, ignoring the officer's request to get up. Her behavior was erratic, and she shouted phrases like, "Get the gun out of my ass," and rambled about heroes and quests, indicating possible intoxication or disorientation.
Ma'am.
Get on my face! Get on my face!
336, 320, you can head up to the room. I already spoke with the RP.
Officer Colon attempted to engage Mosley calmly, asking for her name and details about the baby. She confirmed her name as Promise Mosley and provided her birthday as August 12, 2000. However, she was evasive about other details, claiming she was tired and mentioning injuries like a busted lip and broken teeth. She described her baby as cute, but seemed detached from the urgency of the situation. The officer noted empty liquor bottles in the room and asked if Mosley had been drinking or using drugs, to which she gave vague responses. She mentioned coming from Mississippi and being dropped off at the hotel, possibly by an officer, but her story was disjointed.
We need to have somebody's information. Grandma's information. I need her name and number so I can call her. Okay?
My grandma's information?
Huh?
My grandma's information?
Yes. Do you have it in your phone, or do you know her phone number?
Yeah, I keep asking her mine. Yeah, come on, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. That's not it. That's not it.
Your phone is over there.
Alright, come on, go over and get it.
Can you go get it? Is this your phone?
The baby, whose name Mosley inconsistently gave as Shiloh or Angie, was a focal point of concern. The officer asked about family members who could care for the child, as Mosley appeared unable to do so in her current state. She mentioned a third child and a grandmother, but refused to provide clear contact information. Her responses grew more defensive, and she accused the officers of playing games with her. The officer explained that without family contact, the baby might be placed with the Department of Children and Family Services, or DCFS, but Mosley remained uncooperative, insisting she didn't want to hurt anyone.
Alright, we gotta know how to spell her name, okay? Then we'll be able to leave.
No, for one. Y'all playing these games with me.
It's not a game, I'm telling you exactly
I've been through foster care. I know what the fucking game is.
I just gotta get her name, there's no game.
Where you from?
I'm from right here.
Where you from?
Right here.
As the conversation continued, Mosley's agitation increased. She refused to provide her phone's passcode or her grandmother's contact details, claiming she didn't know her grandmother and that her great-grandmother was deceased. The officer reiterated the need for family information to avoid DCFS involvement, but Mosley's responses were erratic, oscillating between defiance and pleas not to take her baby. The room's condition, with liquor bottles and the mother's inability to wake initially, painted a troubling picture of neglect.
My baby's on my hip, right here. I got for arm.
Okay.
Stop. Let my baby go. Let my baby go. Let my baby go. Let my baby go. Let my